What is up, YouTube? Friday, November something. It's like 10:30 right now. I overslept today. Woke up at 8:30. Just kind of chilled out beforehand. I did a little bit of cardio before. Now walking again. Had my digestion shake. Weighed in. You know, same routine as usual. But great news. The new low today hit 143.2. So that was a fantastic start to my day. I really needed to see that because now it's inspired me, or at least given me slight motivation now just to keep pushing, because obviously it's like I want this to be done, and like I said, I want to be done by Thanksgiving. Will it happen for sure? I don't know, but I'm gonna do the best I can to just get as far as I can go until then. It's like it's 20 days at this point. We got this. And yeah, so walking to the gym, gonna hit legs. Do I really want to? No, not really. Not really feeling it today, but that's why we're gonna still do it anyways and walk. It's gonna be a good, simple, effective leg day, and then I'll have part 2 to my lifting journey once I get home. So gonna keep walking, get some more steps, because I gotta get that 15,000. I'm only at like 2,000 so far, so got 13,000 more to go. So with that being said, I will see you there. workout is complete. Again, another leg day in the books. Though, I guess when I'm not really in a rush, I kind of really do take my time a lot, because this workout took me like almost 2 hours. I started like 10:45, and then it was like 12, 20, maybe 20, 25 that I finished. So this shit took me almost like 2 hours. I can't really talk right now. I'm like out of breath. Yeah, I just kind of started to take my time a lot. I take too long of a rest time, I think. I used to time my rests, and then everyone said just go when you feel better. Like I used to just set a timer for 3 minutes, but sometimes I feel like I'm taking more than 3 minutes without even knowing it, so I gotta work on that. But anyways, it was a great leg day. I mean, aside from I guess the time, it was a great leg day. It usually I don't want to hit legs lately, or like I look forward to my leg days the least, but they end up being my best sessions. Like this was a great leg day. I progress. It's because I know that because I don't want to train legs, but I know a lot of people have that mentality. I need to make myself like stand out and train extra hard for legs to make sure I'm not actually just training like a pussy just because I don't want to do it. So I make sure to like kind of go a little animalistic, if you want to say it. Not like Diamond Gym animalistic, but like just make myself aware to like train hard. And even if I don't want to do something, just do it anyways. Like I didn't want to do my second set of SLDLs or a second set of hack squats, but I did them anyways. Did I get as many reps? No. I think I kind of hit failure beforehand. I don't know if it was more of a mental thing or legit fatigue, but yeah. So it just goes to show, if you don't want to do something, but you do it anyways, you kind of come out feeling better about it. Like right now, I also don't really want to walk back home, but I have no choice because I don't have a car on me right now. It's in my house. So it's also a good way to kind of get some active recovery, because I definitely feel the lactic acid in my legs, but obviously I have to walk it off. So yeah. All right, forgive me for my hair looking longer, showered up, because I'm going out later, so just want to get ready and, show the pump a little bit. Oh, look at that lighting. Oh, shit. Anyways, so this is now going to be part 2 to my entire fitness lifting journey. Sorry, just trying to adjust the camera a bit. Okay. So part 2, where was I left? I was left at my junior year of high school, so this is about 2021 to 2022. I started bulking like the end of my sophomore year that year. Like May of that year, I started bulking. So I basically bulked all the way for junior year. And by the end of that, I got fat. Because, I started from 135, like I said yesterday. And then I got up to I think the 180s was the highest I saw that time. And yeah, I got fat. I got stronger. I will admit that. That's when I kind of basically already learned the key principles of training. Like, train hard, progressively overload. While this isn't the end-all be-all for everyone, I still think it's the best method to train and how I would probably try and train future clients depending what works best for them. But low volume, high intensity, 2 times a week frequency, stuff like that. I remember I had a goal that I got time to get 100-pound dumbbell bench press, and I got to it. So, I progressively overloaded and I did that. So I still gained some muscle. I was just getting a lot of fat, and the weight was going up fast because it was fat. I was eating too much food. I was literally meal prepping all the time. I didn't have a job, so my mom was still, bless my mom. She was buying my groceries and stuff and supporting me in that way. So I appreciate that from her. And I was starting to cook, learning to meal prep and this and that. I was bringing in meals to school. Well, just one meal. And go home, eat, go to the gym late, stuff like that. And then I remember the summer, I started working out with an old friend of mine. And even then, I remember, because I got so into the whole bodybuilding side of fitness that I remember just getting made fun of in school about it. People would call me small. People would say I've looked the same since I was back in 8th grade. And you've now seen how I looked in 8th grade. And if I could find a picture of how I looked during that time in high school, I'll try and find one. I don't know if I can find one, but I'm going to do my best just in case I do, I'll put it somewhere over here if I could find it. And so I remember getting tall shit a lot, but then people were asking me to help them get started at the gym and work out with them. And obviously, I'm the type of person who is very forgiving and just kind of still helping out to anyone who needs it. So I still did. And then obviously, if for myself, it felt nice to like have a partner now to work out. The only problem was with everyone I worked out with. Sorry, I heard something in my house. Problem was, I don't think anybody really wanted it as bad as I wanted it for them, or as bad as I wanted it for me. They would kind of give up. And hold on one second, I'll be right back. Anyways, okay, so yeah, working out with a friend, and I kept bulking up until my junior year. And then I think the summer going into senior year, like maybe August before the September going into senior year 2022, I wanted to cut to try to get lean now for my senior year. I lost like 15 pounds, so then I went to the 160s. So I was still kind of chubby because even then, it's like when I did this big cut that I now did last year, 160s, I was still fat. I mean, I was fat. I'm still kind of fat in some sections of my physique, and I've lost 57 pounds now. So it's like I had a lot of body fat from doing all this, more than you think. Which is also a good lesson to learn where I do not suggest people to kind of tell themselves, I want to lose this much of fat or like a certain number, or example, like I want to lose X amount of pounds or this amount of pounds, because it's like you have a lot more body fat than you realize. Like it was crazy. I wasn't expecting to now, when I first started this mega cut, I wasn't expecting to lose all the weight I lost and now be at like 143. I was expecting to be like the 150s, maybe 160s. And obviously, I lose a lot more than that. So, like, you basically kind of got to double or triple what you even personally think you got to lose, because that's what I thought. I thought I needed to lose 30 pounds. I've lost 57 pounds. I lost basically almost double what I assumed I had to lose, which is crazy. Anyways, so, yeah. So, I was still working out at LA Fitness, working out, starting to cut. Still doing the same training routine, though my one problem was because of seeing on TikTok and stuff, people would hype up this exercise or this exercise. I did change things a lot. Like some exercise I was able to stick with because of the excitement in my head to progress, but like there was some stuff I would just stall at or plateau with, and I didn't know why. I couldn't figure it out. So I still made some mistakes with changing program too, which, again, if I were to become a coach, obviously being in control of someone else's program, I could monitor them better and learn, okay, why are you plateauing? Why aren't you progressing? Or stick with the same exercise. I've learned these stuff. And I'm trying to piece together some other parts of my fitness journey. So, because, junior year, my senior year, I was mostly just kind of living. Like, even then, I would tell myself I wanted to cut, but then I stopped and then I kind of bulked for like a month or two, but then I went back to maintenance. I did it senior year. I kind of just lived at least with my fitness, when it comes to my fitness journey. My actual senior year, like academic wise, fucking hated it. But talking with the gym, I just kind of maintained at that point. I was kind of just fluctuating around the 160s that whole entire year up until the summer. I thought I was again, I still thought I was the shit sometimes, but I wasn't. And then I remember the summer now after graduating high school, that's when I wanted to do another bulk, because again, you see stuff on social media. Sam Sulek just got popular, and his whole thing was preaching the bulk to 200 pounds. I was seeing his full days of eatings. I was watching him, and I was like, I want to do that. So I did. And, I had a car at this point. I had a job. So I had my own money. I had, job, money, job, money, car. I was going to a different gym now. I left LA Fitness, like, I don't even know how long ago before then. But I started going to a couple other gyms around my area just to check it out. And then still progressing, just trying to figure out new programs and stuff for myself and different splits to do, like hitting stuff every 5 days, which actually was pretty fun. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was kind of fun. It was whatever, like the old, the popular influencers would say. Like the TNF was like a big person. I still follow his advice. He's still someone I would always listen to. But I remember like some of the stuff he would say I would do. So yeah, stuff like that. I just took a lot of advice from people. And I lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah, so I started bulking. And again, big mistake I made. So now I'm in the 160s. Now I'm still starting from a fat standpoint. I didn't think in my head, I guess I tried to justify to myself I'm not that fat, or the fact that I won't do what I did the last time, but then I ended up doing that anyways, where I was just kind of pounding down food. I wish if I could try and find, if I tried my food back then, I want to try and find what I ate just to see how. But I remember I was eating out a lot, like halal almost every single day, Chipotle, just eating whatever, thinking like, oh, I gotta stuff down food. Not necessarily whatever like processed foods wise, but it was mostly stuff like that, like halal and stuff, just like big, massive portions of food. Again, anything to see the scale go up. And then by December, I hit 200. So I gained 40 pounds. Yes, August, September, October, November, December. Within 5 months, I gained 40 pounds. And I remember like Christmas, I was just bored. I was following my coach. And for anyone who knows Seth Krug Seth Krug, Krug. I was seeing he was starting to kind of come off on social media, at least on my feed. And I remember just for the fun of it, just like, hey, why don't I put in this client application form? Did not think he would ever respond. And then like a couple weeks later, he responded. And I was just like, maybe this is a sign. Maybe I need this. I wanted to lose weight. Maybe I could actually use a coach. And I did. So I signed up, started working with him. And yeah, and then he made me a meal plan. I stuck to it because it was a same thing. I just had a coach. It was like, okay, I don't want to disappoint him. I want to be held accountable. He's making me all this stuff. I got to listen to it. Yes, I had my own preconceived thoughts with some of the training plan, with how to work out, how to train from what I saw. But really, it was just like someone else. I'm hiring someone else who maybe knows a little bit more than I do. So I'm going to take his advice. It's also just a good way to like stay consistent. It's like if he made it for me, even if it doesn't work, even if it's like not what I'm used to, it can still work. Because you can build muscle through a lot of different means. It's like, and there's not like one thing end all be all except progressive overload to train hard. Anyways, meal plan, and that's when I started to learn a lot of things when it comes to cutting, losing weight, like decreasing calories over time. Because obviously your body weight will change. So as your body weight changes, whether you're growing or losing, your maintenance calories will then change. So you have to adjust your new maintenance. So over time, we were lowering food. Like I think I started the cut at like 2,500 calories or 23, something like that. I was able to eat more food. I was doing good, losing weight. I was averaging about like 10 pounds a month. So by June, I was 150 pounds. And then I took a vacation in July, and I had that whole entire week, just vacation. But guess what I did? I went too crazy because guess what? I didn't have anything. I didn't cheat on my diet, not once. Like nothing. I stayed 100% on plan. So the moment I got that taste of freedom to eat whatever, I went to balls to the wall, and then I gained like 15 pounds and I flew back. The weight came off quickly because it was mostly just water and stuff, but mentally that fucked me up. I was like, I fucked it up. Even when I was on vacation, I was like, why am I eating like this? I should not be doing this. Should I be eating like this? Eating like that? It was just like, I spiraled and overthink so much. I couldn't even fully enjoy myself. And then that's when I kind of it was hard to kind of flip the switch to go back to like normal mode of like before the vacation. And then I basically dealing with like cravings and just hunger all the time and stuff. Even then, before I left, like June, I was dealing with that constant hungerness all the time, and I was kind of just told it's normal. I mean, when you're getting super lean, you will feel hungry all the time. You'll start to feel that way. But from where I was at, looking back, I should not have felt as hungry as I was. I don't know what it was. So, when I flew back, I kind of just lost all the discipline. I was just like, it's just this one time. Times like 50. I was just kind of just getting all these cravings, eating out, this and that, and I basically kind of just did that up until now, where it was like I would have these points in time where I would kind of start to go back on plan, but then the moment one thought in my mind came, I kind of gave into it, or I could like, it was just stuff like that where I would just kind of just at some point just not care and just be like, I just want this to be over. I don't want to do this anymore and stuff. And now here we are today. I made the most progress I've had then since that vacation. I've lost was even I was starting to gain weight again throughout this whole year. Like I was started from the 150s and I was starting to gain weight again to the 160s. Like I was starting to gain 10 pounds, and I was looking through old photos of myself when I noticed that, and I could see like I'm gaining weight because then now that I re-lost the weight, I noticed like a big difference. But yeah, but then so when I started to gain the weight and I started to go back on plan back like this recent summer, I started to kind of really start to lock back in for real. I went back to 150, and now slowly since like July or August, I've been re-losing the weight to now I'm at 143 today, new low. So basically, I've lost 7 pounds and I'm getting leaner. I see it. Like I've never seen shoulder veins on myself before. I've never seen any of that stuff before. So I'm happy to say now that I have that, and we're still going. I'm still cutting. I got just a little bit left. Like I said, I keep saying it because I want to like really put it out there on the internet, and also just to myself and say it out loud that I want to be done with this by Thanksgiving, or at least before December, and definitely before the new year, which I think is the most possible. That's like the biggest range. Before the new year, I want to be done with this. Before Thanksgiving might be pushing it, but I could still get a lot of progress done until then. So yeah, that's basically every single mistake I made, and I'm kind of sort of trying to find my passion again for bodybuilding. While I'm not a competitive bodybuilder, so I don't want to call myself a bodybuilder, I'm still really into it. Like the whole fitness side, it's like, growing up, I've had like the same passions. It's still my number one passion today, but I never thought I would like find this new passion for myself that I have with fitness, where it's like a second passion of mine, and I want to turn it into a career because I'm happy to do. I'm happy to work out. I'm happy to do this stuff, and I want to help other people. It's just like that fear of just like, how can I get people to see me so then I can help them, But obviously, I want, for anyone who I obviously want to, this the right way too. I want to be the best damn coach possible, and I do know a lot from experience and stuff, but I still feel like I should teach myself a little bit more before I get into coaching. But I know for sure I do want to do things the old-fashioned way. I do want to get certified. I want to work at an actual in-person gym, get in-person clients. I want people to get to know me in person before I kind of branch off online into my own business and take that risk. But I just, obviously I want to be successful at it. I want to be happy. And yeah, I mean, right now at the moment, I'm helping out my dad. He wanted some help with losing weight, so I did my best to make him help him, give him some advice and like a little meal plan and training plan just to help him out. So we'll see. I'll see how that goes. As like a mock client. It's my dad. I'm not gonna charge him obviously. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I really, really just want to try and make a difference in whatever way I can. And I'm on social media. And, like I said, to connect with other people, maybe branch out, get my comfort zone. Make I want people to just see me, just be like, hi, and yeah, not really much else I have to say now. It's basically my whole entire fitness journey, where I basically went from chunky to skinny to chunky again to slightly skinnier to back to chunky. Now I'm here, and now I can just, once I'm done with this cut, I'm just gonna dedicate as much time as I can to growing and getting bigger and finally really being happy with how I look with myself and just looking good and looking muscular. I always told myself I wanted to compete one day. We'll see how things are for myself, like years from now, because obviously I know I'm not at a point right now to be competing. So yeah, I want to dedicate a lot of time to growing and just see how far I can take this. This is a really big passion for me too. Only thing, I do love, like I said, I do have my first passion, which is like comics, movies, and stuff. I just don't really know what I would do as a career for that right now, or at least for college, because I am not a school person. But I know for sure it's like I am a smart person and I know a damn lot. I just don't like being in a school environment, but I know for sure with coaching, I could still kind of teach myself in some ways a lot, but I still feel like I gotta suck it up and kind of maybe just go to school. I don't know. I don't have a plan, which is okay. I'm figuring it out as I go. I'm only 20, so I got time. And, you know, I know there are people out there who are way ahead of me at this age, and to them I say congratulations and I'm happy for you. But I gotta do me. I gotta do things how I need to. So yeah, but that's gonna be the end of today's video. Maybe tomorrow I'll have a little bit more of like a get to know me and like some my other passions and stuff I like to do. But for today, I'm gonna end it here. So to everyone watching, have a great day and accomplish those goals. Get after it. We all got this and we're all gonna win. And with that, I'll see you.